Several corruption scandals and arrests of government and opposition officials have shaken Albania's divided political landscape. However, in mid-July, thousands of opposition supporters stormed Prime Minister Edi Rama's office, demanding the release of their leader, Sali Berisha. He has been under house arrest on corruption allegations that his supporters claim were politically motivated. Citizens are demanding an end to the vicious cycle of corruption by the political elite and for restoration of the judicial system. They see this as the only way towards a better future. Omer Saraci reports from Tirana.
A tense evening unfolded in Albania's capital Tirana on the 11th of July. Tens of thousands of opposition supporters gathered in front of Prime Minister Rama's office with two demands: release their leader from house arrest and a technical government to lead the country to elections. This marks Sali Berisha's first national protest, organized after his legal victory in obtaining the Democratic Party's seal and logo. The opposition leader and ex-prime minister spoke to his supporters via a video link from his house. He accused Rama of a political vendetta, trying to annihilate the opposition and established his absolute rule. The anti-government protest did not end with the petrol bombs thrown at the prime minister's doorstep. It continued in front of Mayor Erion Veliaj's office. Albania's political landscape has been marred in recent years by unrest and a series of corruption scandals. Former high-ranking government officials are imprisoned, while others are fugitives or fear prosecution by the newly reformed justice system. Underscoring the climate of corruption, the recent 5D scandal led to the arrest of key figures in the Tirana municipality for operating a company that receives substantial public funds. These individuals are also involved in the Tirana incinerator scandal, where taxpayers have been paid millions of euro for a non-existent project.
140 milion euro që nuk ekziston fare ajo, si ka mundësi t'i gjenë ku janë 140 milionçi, atëherë bindet populli që ka drejtësi.
Protestat e zhvillet të shmangët, njerëzit normal nuk duket, unë përendime nuk duket normale.
Në këtë moment, ku e mbani shpresën, le të themi?
Ke spaku.
Politikën unë për vetë e gjykoj më shtrim. Si e mojta dhe gjatha.
While the arrests of government representatives provide the opposition with a powerful argument, their own challenges with the justice system complicate matters. Berisha himself has been under house arrest for more than 7 months, having failed to appear in court to face corruption charges. Further complicating the situation, the US and British governments have declared Berisha persona non grata because of his alleged involvement in corruption. Alexander Qipa has significant concerns about Berisha's leadership. He views Berisha as a politician who has completed his political cycle.
Nuk është se ka ndonjë shpresë për të rrësjellë një novitet në udhëheqimin opozitar dhe aq më tepër në pretendimin e mundshëm për qeverisje. Nga ana tjetër, ai është person nën akuza, nën hetime, me një izolim ndërkombëtar shumë të theksuar.
Political analyst Armand Shkullaku is skeptical of the new justice system.
Ky besim ke unë shumë i dobët, sepse unë nisem nga faktet. Spaku është krijuar para 7 viteve. Dhe po të shikojmë nga këto vite deri sot janë bërë vjedhjet më të mëdhaja që mund të kenë ndodhur ndonjëherë. 5D-ja, incineratori i Tiranës, e plot tjera tani se skujtohen se janë aq shumë, të gjitha ato kanë ndodhur me spakun e krijuar.
Shkullaku added he believes that the special prosecution will face considerable challenges in bringing charges against high-level government officials.
Unë mendoj që spak nuk shkon dot më lart.
As Albania grapples with corruption scandals and unrest, the reformed justice system's role is pivotal. The July 11th protest highlights the political divisions and how the justice system navigates these challenges will shape the nation's future. For TRT World, Omer Saraci, Tirana, Albania.
Claudiana Beshku joins me now from Tirana. She's an associate professor at the University of Tirana's Department of Political Science. Great to have you with us, Claudiana. Now, the protests that we have seen mid-July, how did they impact Albania's political landscape, if any, and did they come as a surprise?
No, it did not come as a surprise. The opposition is protesting continuously, at least in the last year, and strongly after the spiritual and the historical leader of the opposition was proclaimed as non grata from the U.S. So the protest at its basis has to do with the protection of the political leader of the opposition, Sali Berisha, or with the support of him, because he's being handled under arrest, under home arrest, accused of corruption when he was a prime minister from 2005 to 2013. So the opposition, which is accused of corruption from the special body of prosecution, SPAC, after the reform of the judicial reform in Albania, practically accuses the government for being corrupted, etc. But at the basis of this protest, we don't see like a grassroots movement. We see at the end a party protest, which in the principle might be good. It's always good to protest because this improves society, this improves life conditions, etc. But the main cause is not a common cause. It's a party cause. It's linked with the leader of the opposition.
So, Claudiana, can we expect another protest to take place in Tirana, as it appears that these divisions are growing louder?
Yes, there is a polarization of the political life in Albania. So we can expect for this protest to grow and to be more higher in number. But let's hope that they won't be violent. I mean, there's nothing wrong with violent protest, because the more violent a protest is, the higher is the voice to be raised. But in this case, the petrol bombs that you see evoke a dark period of Albania, the 1997, and this is not very welcome by common people.
And what is behind all these accusations about corruption? We are having, government officials being arrested and opposition officials being arrested as well. What do you see as the main reason for this, and what is the way forward?
Well, this is a fact that there is a high corruption in Albania, and like some other countries in the Western Balkans, unfortunately, it is also shown from the last Transparency International Corruption Perception Index. But the fact is that in Albania, the corruption is being fighted in a very special manner. There is a special anti-corruption body known as SPAC, which has put the stake very high. I mean, it's the first time that the SPAC body is being able to accuse and to put under arrest some very important former ministers and very high politicians in Albania. So what can be said is that SPAC is establishing a track record in charging influential people for abusing their public office. So this is really causing trouble in the political life of Albania, and this is also showing and is being transferring into the normal life. The public discourse is very polarized, and it's even a lot monopolized. If you live in Albania, you will notice that everything is taken from this party conflicts and from the opposition, and the real issues that maybe worry in common people are being left aside. So that is the monopolizing of the public discourse is very high in this moment in Albania.
Klodiana Beshku, thank you so much for your insights for us on Across the Balkans. Now to Bosnia's Mostar, where thousands of people gathered for the city's 458th edition of its famous diving competition. Dozens of competitors dived 27 meters into the Neretva River from the Stari Most, an Ottoman-era old bridge, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But this year was special for another reason. It's been 30 years since the bridge was destroyed by Bosnian Croats during the war in the 90s, and it was rebuilt 20 years ago as a symbol of reconciliation. One of the winners, Emel Tiro, said his victory marks the bridge's revival and his own personal triumph.
This is something that I've been waiting for years. It holds greater significance than my birthday or anything else. I was first 3 years ago, second last year, third the year before, and now first once more.
Trust me, there is such an adrenaline surge, and you get so overwhelmed with astonishment that you don't even notice how cold the river is. The people in the audience and your friends make you feel the greatest emotions. I would want to thank each and every one of them.
Thanks for watching this episode of Across the Balkans. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.